Hey, are you someone who works from a coffee shop every once in a while? Have you ever stopped to think, well, is this actually safe for my data?
That's a perfectly legitimate question.
Hey, today I'm going to talk about how to stay safe on a public Wi-Fi. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, Stan here, and welcome back to Stan's Garage, bringing you everything you need to know for effective business IT management. And working remotely is as business gets today. In today's video, I am going to share with you some tips on how to stay safe when working on public Wi-Fi. So let's be honest, public Wi-Fi is extremely convenient, especially when you're on the go. But it can also be a security risk if you're not careful. By the end of this video, you'll know how to protect your sensitive information and safeguard your online privacy whenever you work on one of those public Wi-Fi networks. At least you'll have a pretty good indication of where to start. So for starters, I'm sure you've heard of a VPN. Let me tell you a little bit about what a VPN is. So virtual private networking is probably one of the best ways to secure yourself on a public Wi-Fi network. In fact, most of them, when they're installed, if they detect you're on an unencrypted, open public Wi-Fi network, they will fire up and say, hey, you're on a public Wi-Fi, I'm just gonna kick right in. Very little you're gonna have. And this is an essential tool for protecting your online privacy and securing your data, particularly when working on public Wi-Fi. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, making it difficult for hackers and snoopers to intercept your sensitive information. Also help, even when you're working at home, VPN will help protect you from any data collection that your internet provider uses. There are tons of VPN services out there, free and paid. So making sure you choose one that suits your needs. There are even some very advanced secure VPN solutions for business, and feel free to hit me up in the comments if you're interested in finding out more about something like that. Another thing, if you're sitting randomly in a coffee shop, particularly a small one, trying to get some work done and haven't installed a VPN, I highly suggest you avoid accessing any sensitive information during that time. You know, your Starbucks and big players in the space, they've got their Wi-Fi's pretty secured, but your mom and pop coffee shop may not go to all that trouble. So in those cases, you might not want to do things like access your online shopping, banking, retirement, insurance, or anything else. So, because if you might access that data over an insecure network, you never know who is snooping. So even if those sites are encrypted, they do have ways to catch that data, but at the very least, make sure you are accessing secure SSL encrypted sites. You know, make sure it says that it's secure in the browser bar. That's a good thing to keep an eye out for. And then you're also going to want to make sure that your computer is kept up to date. You have all the latest security fixes and patches on your computer to protect yourself from many of the known security vulnerabilities out there. Install those updates both for your operating system, Mac, Windows, whatever it is you use, web browser, and any Office suite software. You know, these updates will include security patches that will protect you from new threats. And as part of that, make sure your security software is up to date as well. Antivirus, anti-malware, and next-gen stuff, right? Turn off file sharing, right? You're gonna wanna make sure that someone can't just try to guess your password to access the files on your computer over this public Wi-Fi. Turning off file sharing for those public, unencrypted networks is another way to prevent bad actors from accessing your files. Then, I harp on it all the time, but keep using that two-factor/multi-factor authentication. If you've been listening to me for a while, I always say one of the best things you can do to protect yourself, not only your company's network, your business data, but your own network and private data, is to use that two-factor authentication. 2FA, MFA adds that extra layer of security to your online accounts by requiring a second form of authentication, like a code that's sent to your phone or authenticator app. So even if someone does manage to snoop your password, they're still gonna need that one-time code to be able to get into anything, right? So they got your password, you start seeing funny code requests showing up on your phone or whatever authenticator app you use, also might be a good time to change that password. And one of the last things I would suggest is using a firewall. Like a lot of the advanced VPN solutions have a firewall built into them. Your security software should as well. The common OSs all have a firewall built into it. Make sure it's on, make sure it's active, particularly on public networks, right? So make sure that if you're on that public Wi-Fi, again, that firewall is on and your computer will at least try to protect itself from any unauthorized access attempts. So working on a public Wi-Fi can be risky, but the convenience is just one of those necessary things you need one of these days, right? If you're traveling or on the go, working remotely, you're gonna do it anyway, you might as well take the proper steps to implement safeguards that'll keep you from getting breached. The VPN, keep your computer up to date, don't access sensitive data, use a proper firewall and security software, and of course, multi-factor authentication. Anyway, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. What do you do to stay safe when working on public Wi-Fi? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you are looking for help in securing your network, your remote staff, or any other IT outsourced solutions, or just want some tips and some advice, feel free to book a time with me in the Calendly link in the show notes, and I'm happy to help out. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment if you enjoyed this video, as it really helps the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.